Okay, back at it. So I am going to share with you 6 rules of consistent action. So this means these are like the things that you should do consistently to help, not activities. These are not the like daily activities, but these are the thought processes and things that you need to be doing, like gut checking yourself and reevaluating in order to push your action. So one is clarity. You guys can, I would write this down. The more clear you can be about your goals, your brain is going to figure out how to get there. So the more clear you are about, what you want by the end of this year, by the end of this month, the more you can truly speak it out, write it out, your brain will figure out a way to how to make it happen. So you have to consistently put that in front of you so that you're running towards it. Your brain is constantly thinking about it and you're running towards that. Number 2 is act like your vision is real. So whatever that vision is that you've gotten very clear on, you need to act like it is real and just really focus and hone in on it. So visualize it. Just like when you focus on, let's say, you bought a car, and like you bought a new car, and now all of a sudden you see that car like everywhere, right? It's not because that car magically appeared and all these people bought it, right? It's because you have visualized it and it's important to you. So now you notice it. So when you can visualize and act like your dream and goal is real, you are going to see it everywhere, and you're going to notice things everywhere that are going to lead you towards that. So your brain is going to go after it hard because it's highly important to you and it's very clear to you. You've envisioned it and you're acting like it is real life, that it is happening. Number 3 is make it a must. So whatever it is, whatever goal it is, or even if it's like those daily behaviors like we talked about, like saying waking up at 5 a.m. Don't say it's a should be. Make it a must. Because if you just have like this to-do list and like, well, I should do this, those shoulds are never ever going to happen. You have to make it a must. Where's my notes here? Okay, yeah, so shoulds you're just going to overlook. You're like going to let it slide. Make these things must. So when you transition from should have to must do, you're going to change. Something that I really try and do is implementing deadlines for myself, because if I don't have a deadline, it's never a must, it's a should. And so if I say, like, for example, I just, I have my small group material that's being, it's in production right now, getting printed. But I'll tell you, I would have put it off and put it off and put it off if I didn't make it a must. Instead, what happened was, so I'll tell you now, I don't believe it was God's timing for me to do it before now. Like, this is God's timing for me to do it now. But I'll tell you, I really could have completed my small group material months and months ago. But I didn't have it on my must-do list. And so it kept falling to the wayside. And it was like I had it mostly done, but there was just like a few odd and end things, and I just kept putting it off. Well, I decided that I was going to actually run this group, right? And what happens is, which this is going to go into one of my other points, but you have to, this is going to be number 5, is act without knowing all the answers. But I had to commit to something before I actually had it all together. I didn't really know how I was going to do all these things, but once I committed to running a group, I had to figure it out, right? So I've done that throughout my whole business too. Like when I first started, I didn't know how to run a challenge group, but I said, okay, I'm going to run a challenge group. And I'm not hosting it with anybody else because that's going to be a cop out for me to be like, well, I don't have to invite that many people. I wanted a full group. So I forced myself to run, I committed to running a group, and I committed to inviting like a million people because I didn't want to have a group with just 2 people in it. So I committed to something that forced me to take action, and it forced me to make those should-haves become musts. Does that make sense? Okay. So start making a must list and implementing that. What is it that you need to make happen? Number 4 is figure out your massive action plan. So what is it that you need to do day in and day out to make your goal attainable? What are those things? So obviously, you know, when it comes to the business, the 4 vital behaviors is one of them. But what is the list to create this massive action plan? You need to create it. You need to really begin to look at that and keep that in front of your face consistently so that you can implement those things. Let's see, number 6. Wait, is that far? No, number 5, I already told you, is act without knowing all the answers. So like I just said, you're going to force yourself to figure it out, right? This is going to give you an emotional drive to figure it out. And the reasons are going to come first and the answers are going to come second. So the reason why I ran the challenge group was because number 1, I wanted to grow my business quickly. Number 2 is I wanted to I wanted to have a drive to invite more people. So I committed to running it by myself. The answers came after that. I figured it out after that, after I already committed. So keep your reasons first. So the reason why you're doing this is because, you know, X, Y, and Z. And then you figure out the answers as you go. And then number 6 is have action without concern of the result. So meaning, and I talk about this all the time, especially when it comes to inviting, but do not worry what the other person is going to say, okay? So act without having a concern for the result. And the reason for this is because you are taking out the emotional side and it's going to make you productive. And it's going to help drive you to make just explode your business, because at the end of the day, no's don't matter. They do not matter. It doesn't matter. That's like the worst thing that somebody could say to you. Who cares, right? They're not like gonna come and like kill you. Like this isn't something to be worried about or concerned about. Just act without having so much concern. Who cares what they're gonna think of you? Who cares? Do their opinions, you know, matter? Are they gonna pay your bills? Is their opinion going to make your dreams come true? Is their opinion going to, you know, be able to get you on vacation? No, but it will stop you if you allow them to. Are you going to let somebody's opinion stop you from living the best life you've ever had? You're going to let somebody's opinion stop you from making 6 figures? You're going to make somebody's opinion not allow you to go on vacation because you were too afraid of what they thought? Guys, put this in perspective. Like, you gotta act without having such concern with the result. Now, yes, it is wise that if you are, you know, constantly hearing no's like all the time, or like you're getting negative feedback, then yeah, like maybe you need to tweak some things. So it's okay to, you know, allow that energy to and their feedback to help you learn and grow, but do not let it stop you, okay? Don't let that get in the way of your goals and your dreams. And also, don't let what you cannot do trump what you can do. So, you know, maybe you're like, oh, well, you know, I can't host a retreat this year, right? I can't host a retreat this year. Something was a goal of mine, really wanted to do. But I could sit and be like, this sucks. Like, I had all these coaches quit. Like, oh, I'm not going to be able to host a retreat, da da da. Or I could say, no, what can I do? What can I do to help my coaches? What skills can I teach them? How can I motivate them? How can I give them drive? How can I better them while bettering myself? What can you do? Y'all can do a lot. I know that y'all have different strengths. You all have uniqueness about you. I might not be able to write the best, you know, blog post, but I can share a lot of great recipes. I might not be able to, you know, somebody might not be able to take photos like I do, but they have a way better sense of humor than I do. Use what you have and run with it. Don't let you know, you comparing yourself to other people stop you and get you in this mode. Well, I can't do that. Well, I just don't have that. Who cares? Good. Because you have something that I don't have, and you have something that the next person doesn't have. So use that. So the power of consistency needs to start from a place of reflection, right? You all have the power within you to be successful and to truly make all of your dreams come true. But it takes effort and consistent behaviors. So after tonight, I want you guys to seriously look at that list and what does it look like to you? What would it look like as a leader, right? And I actually did this for myself a couple months ago. Is in my eyes, like, who do I see as leaders and what are their behaviors? Who do I see as leaders that I want to be like? What do they do? And I literally wrote that down, and that made me change a lot of what I do. It changed a lot of actually my life outside of even Beachbody. It, you know, you don't see highly successful coaches or people that you admire or look up to doing stupid stuff, right? You don't see them, you don't admire somebody that's like out partying all the time. You don't admire somebody that's, you know, I don't know. Just think about the behaviors of a successful leader, somebody you look up to, somebody that you admire, because those are the behaviors that you need to start implementing. You know, leaders don't do what ordinary people do. And so when I sat back and I looked at that list, I was like, there's some things that I need to change in my life, from maybe the way I talk to what I do on my you know, downtime, to who I surround myself with, to literally every aspect of your life. Look at, you know, a leader and look at who they surround themselves with, how they talk, what their mindset looks like, what their daily behaviors are. Those are all consistent things that you can easily implement and to become that person. But you have to start with reflecting on who you are, what your consistent behaviors are right now, and then look at the person that you would like to be, or look at somebody that you admire or aspire to be, and start implementing those daily behaviors. So with that said, I want you guys to go full force inviting for this next group. It is going to be awesome. It is 5 days. It's super cheap, inexpensive. It's a great opportunity for you to reach out to new people you've never spoken to before. Get out of your comfort zone. We've just talked about that, not allowing people's opinions to stop you from like reaching your best life ever. So get out and just do it. Do it, do it, do it. And you can look at the post that I just made about it on my Instagram or Facebook page. You know, don't copy word for word what I did, what I said, but absolutely use it as an idea and as a platform to create your own thing. And we will kick that off on Monday, and you guys are going to have a freaking awesome, successful month. And the next 90 days, we are going to commit to behaviors. But I want you to seriously look at what needs to change. It's a good indication you're on this call tonight. Keep it up. Keep that as one of the things that you need to be doing consistently, because I promise you, it is the ones who get on these calls, and it is the ones who listen to calls, and the ones who spend time on their own growth and involved go somewhere in their business. So thank you guys for getting on. I understand some people just can't, and hopefully they listen to this call later. But yeah, I'm excited for the next 90 days. Your business will freaking blow up if you stay consistent in the next 90 days. So do you guys have any additional questions for me tonight? No?
Amy.
Yes.
You're gonna post these so that we can go back and watch them again?
Yes, I'm going to post this. Yep.
Okay. Only because I'm driving, so I couldn't write anything down. I'm just kind of listening, but I do want to go back and watch.
You had cheer. Right, cheer or something down.
Yep. Story of my life.
Well, your dedication is freaking awesome. So thank you. I love it. All right. Well, awesome. Yeah, I will post these in our team page on the file section. And yeah, let's just commit to rocking out this month. I know you guys have goals for the rest of this month in Success Club 5 and break advancing. So let's do it. We have like a week and a half left to 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks left to reach it. It's totally doable. It's easy peasy. And once again, just get out there and freaking do it, because nothing in this world should ever stop you. Nothing. Only you can stop you. And I don't want to see you do that, because you have so much greatness within you. You should just keep running hard after it. So, all right. Awesome. Thank you so much. Have an amazing night, and get inviting and implementing those behaviors. All right, guys, have a good one.